hats off to, Jim. I talked to him. He's a great guy. The book is amazing. For all who bought the book, you should check it out. So.
The book we're here to talk about is Inner Excellence. Let's begin with, I guess, the dichotomy of what's happening. So in one place, the book is going viral because a Philadelphia Eagles player is seen reading it. And in another place, you're struggling?
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy story. Like, life was kind of slow, business was slow. For the first time in years, I didn't pay off my credit cards that month. And my mom was dying. She actually died 4 days later, January 16th. So January 12th was when A.J. Brand was first seen on television reading the book during the football game. And so that Sunday, I'm in Dallas, Texas to lead an Inner Excellence retreat. And I'm walking around downtown Dallas, like I said, kind of feeling kind of somber. And then I look at my phone, I see all these texts, and I think my mom died because why all the texts?
Yeah.
So then I look at them and it said, you need to turn on the wild card game. And that's when I found out with the rest of America that AJ was reading it before the game and during the game and every game, yeah.
And why was he reading it? What does he use the book for?
Yeah, to get centered or to kind of get focused. And so kind of what he told me was his sport, and especially his position as a wide receiver in the NFL, it's a very violent, dangerous sport, and you need to have this sense of fearlessness to play his position well. And he's one of the best in the world. And so he reads the book to kind of clear his mind and get recentered. And that's kind of what Inner Excellence is about, is focusing on what's true and eternal and based on the Bible.
Going inside the book, many of us would think that struggle is the enemy of excellence, but that's not true.
That's right, yeah, that's not true. So the best possible life, the subtitle of Inner Excellence is train your mind for extraordinary performance and the best possible life. And so the key part of that whole title is the last part, the best possible life. Because what good is it if you have $1 million or 1 million followers or some worldly success and you lose your soul, right? It's about having a meaningful, fulfilling life with amazing experiences and deep, enriching relationships where you're learning and growing and making a difference in the world. And so that's what Inner Excellence is about, is that selflessness that leads to fearlessness.
You talk a lot about affluenza in this book. I think I'm saying that right. What is that?
Yeah, affluenza. So this is a virus of the heart. We have this heart that's our control center for our lives, and everything we do flows from our heart. And so training it, the most important thing you'll ever do. And we have an ego that's this human nature that's always threatened, always comparing, and never satisfied. And so every day we wake up, our ego wants to go right to our circumstances and wants to achieve, so we can have enough achievements or followers or money so we can be enough, and so we're somebody, so we can feel that sense of love. But of course, you're never going to find it in that place. So Inner Excellence is really about the pursuit of fullness of life and let everything else be added to you.
What are some of the questions we should be asking ourselves in order to find that fulfillment?
Yeah, so the greatest challenge that we have in performance in the life is self-centeredness, and which leads to self-reliance. And the greatest power is surrendered to a power far greater than yourself. And so, ideally to a power that say, grows the grass, spins the earth, and holds the stars in place. That power is the one so I try to help people elevate their loves, so that what they love most, because what you love most is what's running your life. And so elevate it to something that's really, really empowering. The Christian life is really understanding that it's not you're not the one that needs to fix everything. God's going to fix it. You just got to surrender your heart to Him. And when you surrender, fully surrender, then you can be fearless.
Before we end, you're talking about the Christian life. What is Zoe? What is it?
Yeah, Zoe is thanks for asking. That's a great question. So when I was writing Inner Excellence, I gave the manuscript to my friend Jennifer, and I said, from my church, I said, can you read this and make sure it lines up with the Bible? And she said, Jim, I read Inner Excellence, and have you ever heard of the word Zoe? And I said, no. She said, it's in the Bible a lot. It means fullness of life. I think your book is talking about that. And I said, oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. My whole life I've wanted to be the guy that every guy wanted to be and every girl wanted to be with, and hit home runs and make millions of dollars and be rich and famous, when what I've always really wanted was to feel fully alive. And so Zoe, this Greek word, means absolute fullness of life. And that's what Jesus came to do, to bring us fullness of life.